I'm here at the Fall Branch annual car show. I'm gonna have to turn my volume down because there's music playing, but here's you a bunch of old cars. Okay, they played music the whole time, and looks like I'm gonna have to do a voiceover, and it's been a couple months, so bear with me here. Looks like we got a little Buick here, T-type or whatever they were. I don't know a whole lot about them, but I'm looking at a little tiny phone screen here too, so I'm not being able to identify these till I get a good look at them here. Looks like a little dune buggy beside of it. Looks like I'm gonna walk over here. This row over here looks like. Yeah, looks like we've got a newer Camaro here. I couldn't tell you the exact model and all that because I'm not been able to read the tag on the doors or the windows. Old Chevrolet looks like beside of it there. And old Mustang. Okay, 4-wheel drive. They brought a little bit of everything up here. Looks like a little rat rod here, though. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I really hate that it's been a couple months. I read the tags in the windows when I originally done this video, but they played so much music, I just couldn't use it. I like that old yellow Ford truck. There's a little hot rod, a little, I guess it's a model. Another Jeep, four-wheel drive country around here. Here's another little rat rod truck. That's pretty nice too. Like he's got it all fixed up. Alright, looks like maybe a Dodge Dart or something here, convertible. Not 100%, but I believe it's what I'm looking at. Looks like an automatic floor shifter. I really hate I can't see up close here because I can't tell you what engines they are. Look like that said 383 on it. Mine said 340. There's an old Chevrolet truck. This I can't identify right off. I'm sorry. It's been a couple months. I don't remember what all this stuff was. There's another old one. Like maybe a Suburban or something there, or GMC. Another old truck. Pretty nice stuff there. Alright, here's another oldie. I'm not old enough to know what all this real old stuff is, but that's like suicide doors on that one. Seems to be maybe an old Ford or something there. Oh yeah, I really like this. I like that flat black simplicity. Oh, that's green there. I like the simplicity of this one. Another old Chevrolet truck out of the 50s. And here's one out of the 60s. Don't know the exact year of them, I'm sorry. Old Jeep. An old van somebody brought over. Another Chevrolet truck. We'll walk down here and start on another row here. Looking over the field. I think it was about 100, 150 showed up for this one. Here we go. There's the old yellow Camaro. I actually remember this car from my teenage years. They drag raced on the street up here in Fall Branch a lot, and I remember this old car. The old guy still got it. It's like a small block with a blower there. Looks like a lot of really nice racing equipment on this one. Big belt drive. Another Chevrolet truck. Boy, these are popular. I had one a while back I should have kept. GMC, yeah. I can't tell till I look at them. Here's one out of the 60s. I couldn't tell you the exact year. Yeah, it looks like my papa's old truck. 70-some, late 70s, F-150 looks like. It looks like an old Pontiac Grand Prix there, maybe. Another old Ford truck. That's a pretty old one there. That's probably late 40s, early 50s. Old Chevrolet here looks like. Small block in it. It's some kind of old town car of some kind there. I'm not sure what that is. I really hate that I have to look at this tiny screen. I can't identify all this stuff. There's an old homemade ramp truck there of some kind. Looks like it might have drove something little up on the back of it. I don't know what that is, that long back on it, a 40 or something there. It's really nice here, too. Looks like multiple carbs on that and 3 deuces. Nice little setup. Looks like an Oldsmobile, yeah. Here's another old GMC or Chevrolet truck out of the 50s. A lot of them put modern engines in them, but newer model Ford. Looks like a Corvette. Couldn't tell you the year. And there's another one. I've had one old Corvette of 73, but I don't know those newer models. Another old Chevrolet truck. What have we got here there? It's got Super Sport emblems on the front of it. Old Chevelle or something. Yeah, it's a black Chevelle there. I think that's a 4-speed car, 396 high performance. Yeah, that's it. I've saw this car before, too. That's looking like the front end of an old Impala or something there. Old panel truck. Like an old Chevrolet, maybe. Another old hot rod there. Little hot rod Ford. Like a rail buggy, maybe. And I think there's maybe one T-types. Okay, looks like we got maybe an old Firebird or Camaro 1 here. Like I said, I'm looking at a little tiny screen on my phone and I can't read none of that. I really can't hardly see it. I guess it's a little Firebird, 68 or 9 or something there. I know that's a Chevy too, looks like a 66 or a 7. I don't know the details on the years of those either, but I can do know it's a 66 or a 7. Little floor shifter there, bucket seats, little small block. Looks like there's another one sitting here beside of it too. Another little small block car. Nice aluminum radiator and stuff in there, good and clean. Bucket seats, floor shifter in that one. Looks like we got us a Nova here. Looks like a 68 or 70, somewhere around there. Good looking engine in that one too. There we go. Looks like I don't know, is that another Nova or a Ventura or what that is, huh? No, it's a GTO, okay. Well, it's really hard for me to identify these looking through the phone. I know a lot more about them than what it's looking like. I just can't see this little screen very good. Jeep, several Jeeps here. Then I see a Mustang coming up. It's a friend of mine's right after this Jeep, Rubicon. Yeah, this little Mustang here, our little GT. The boy I went to school with bought this new, and he fixed it up and made it his own. Name's Alan. He shows up at a lot of the car shows. He's a good old guy. A good old guy there. He's got a 347. He had this thing stroked and got a lot of nice parts. The big old cam in it. It's probably one of the best sounding cars here. That's my buddy Alan's there. There he's sitting there, that first guy there. A Bronco. These are pretty nice. I like every year a Bronco. I remember riding one up the side of a hill with this old man, and he had it on such side of a steep hill there, it was scaring me to death. Another little small block Chevy here. Maybe an Oldsmobile or something here, or a GTO or something. Yeah. 442. I'll apologize again because I can't hardly see this little tiny screen. I actually was at this car show 2 months ago, and I'm just now getting around to showing you guys this video. So I'll just do the best I can here, looking at this tiny screen. I would normally know what this was or read the window sticker off to you, but I just can't see it good enough. Some nice cars here. Okay, it's got a chopped top. Got a bra on the front of it. I never have seen that on an old car. I had a Chevrolet truck just like this, but mine was red. My buddy had an old one like that. We used to drive fishing. Now it looks like we're getting into maybe a 57 convertible here. There, it looks like it might have, I don't know if it's an automatic maybe. This looks like a 4-speed. Another little small block detail, looks good. There's an old Impala there. I like old cars like this. It's got that old faded out look to them. Automatic in the floor. Super Sport, either that or they've just got the emblem on, probably 327. Just guessing it. I didn't see the emblem there good enough. Another old Chevrolet. There's 2 or 3 of these here, I think. It's just a little bit older than me right here. I guess some of you guys know what it is. Everybody knows what that is too. Get out here and around here. Looks like some old trucks. There's a newer one lowered to the ground. Dodge Ram. Well, there's an old pickup truck. That has to be out of the teens, maybe. I can't read this sign. or maybe the early 20s. Really nice display. Looks like something McClampett's might have owned. Now I got no moonshine steel there in the back of it. Well, it'd be fun to drive if you could figure it out. Got a lot of accessories hanging on it there for looks. They done a good job on it. That nerve's on the ground too. Looks like a modern engine package on it there. Here's one with a little small block in it, looks like, or maybe a big block. I can't see it. That's an old Ford, maybe a 53 or 4 or something there. Another old Ford truck there, maybe out of the mid-50s, 54 or something. Everybody knows what a Volkswagen Beetle is. Bug or Beetle or whatever you want to call them. And we got another old Ford truck, pretty good shape. Trans Am. Buddy of mine wrecked one of them one time, and he said, "Oh, my new Trans Am." Another old Bronco. Fastback Mustang. I don't like the early ones, but I like the fastbacks. Another little Chevy too, looks like maybe here. A little small block. That's a good package, Chevy too, with a small block in it. Another old Chevrolet, 56 or 7 there, or 5. I didn't get a look at it. Yeah, it's 55, looks like. Pretty nice Chevelle. 396 high performance. There's one here that's 375 horse and one's 350 horse. All right, here's my dad's car. He's got a Fairlane GT 66, and it's got a 394 speed bucket seats from the factory. It's only got 70,000 original miles. And he's got a Shelby 2.4 barrel setup on it here. Pulley system there. It's a really nice car, but this is my dad's. He's 85-year-old. I'm 62, and I come up here with him in it today. Parked beside another Nova. Super Sport emblem on it. Really popular cars. Rode to school with a buddy that had one of these that would really run. Come with a 396 4-speed. 442 Olds. My neighbor had one of these. It was white. Really nice car. She drove it for years. Looks like we got a little T-type or something here, a little Grand Prix or turbo, whatever they were there. I never did have one of them or Pontiacs or anything. Another oldie. A nice old two-tone Chevrolet. It's for sale. I can't remember if I walked over and looked at the for sale sign and the number or not. I might. We'll see here. It's a really clean car. Really nice. Looks like maybe Tennessee orange. . Yeah, I get a close up there if anybody would happen to be interested in something like that. A lot of these mid-50s General Motor products here today. Oh, that's for sale too. Wouldn't doubt it. Same guy don't own them both. I don't know. No Thunderbird. Looks like a 56 or 55, 57, somewhere around in there. Looks like it might have an old 292 or a 312 in it. A little two-seater. Got the little port windows in the back. A little convertible Mustang here. Got the top down. Don't blame him. It's a really nice day today. Got another little Mustang here beside of it, the fastback. I really like fastbacks. 2+2. A friend of mine had one of them back in the day, and he went to Winston-Salem and got a set of mags for it. And he had the first set of mags in Kingsport, Tennessee. He had them on a 65 2+2. There's an old Jeep truck. Another old Ford, too. I love these old Fords. Look like maybe a 390 in this one or a 360. I've still got my old Ford that my papa bought new, 73 250. I'd take his truck any day. I really like them. Okay. What's it saying this is there? You guys can see it. Studebaker or something, or a Rambler or something there. I see it, I'm looking at this tiny screen. I'm barely able to see them. This is end of August. I think this car show was like June. Newer Camaro. Right beside of a real old car. I couldn't tell you what this is. You guys can just look at it here and see. It looks like an old brass Sarah. I like all that brass on them. Shined up. Really nice. There's even some more brass on the back of it. There's an old Corvette, kind of like the one I used to have. Another one. People still getting here, looks like. These are popular. 4-wheel drive short beds and stuff. Everybody likes them. I don't know if that's a short bed or not. Like a little GMC or S10, maybe. Yeah, S10. Small block. Them things are really good. They don't weigh that much. Like a Z28 there. Another old Camaro, maybe a 69 or something here. 2 4-barrel, small block. Looks like a good old 4-speed. Little white Falcon coming up here. Those make real good race cars too. They don't weigh hardly anything. I'm not getting a good look at this for some reason. Might be a little Rambler or something there. Little convertible. I think this car might be for sale too, if I remember right. Yeah, it's for sale too. Like that guy's eager for a bear. No, we got no Torino. I don't know if it's probably a big block, 390 or 428 or something. Hood pins on it. I like that too. I'd like to have one of these, the 428 4-speed. Another nice Ford truck. Good old two-tone. Looking like a FE in it there, maybe. I'm not getting a good look at it either. Yeah, they played music the whole time, had a DJ, and there just wasn't no way I could film this with all that music going on and talk to you guys. So I'm just having to do this voiceover and looking at a tiny screen. So. Pretty nice old cars here in East Tennessee. Just a little bit of everything. Super Sport Chevelle. Old station wagon. A lot of people make race cars out of them too. Another oldie. Like a little Camaro. Another Nova. Another Camaro. Camaro or Trans Am 1. Camaro, I guess. Another one. Like a pace car. Camaro pace car, maybe. Ford truck. Here's that other black Chevelle, I think. It's the 375 horse in this one. 4-speed. I like that black. This car actually got best in show at a later car show that I went to about a month after this. It's at the Le Mans. I can't remember what that is. That's the Pontiac Le Mans, yeah. I got it mixed up with the black Chevelle one last car show I went to. But that black Chevelle's here though, I think. I'm sorry if I'm getting some of these cars wrong. If it hadn't been for the music, I could have told you what every one of them was.